Not so fresh off an airplane, fresh back from London, England. I am Rich Eisen along with Chris Brockman. It is time for an Overreaction Monday. For those who are listening, I am literally wearing what I wore on the plane.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's got my hoodie, got my Running Man hoodie.
Yeah, your own logo.
My own logo. You know what?
Attaboy.
That's how I travel.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I mean? It's how I'm rolling.
Comfort.
And I feel really good.
You do?
Well, I do, because I'm through the, the work part of being away and out of town.
Of course.
And I feel great about being back here because, I got to be honest, first time in my entire life of an international flight, my bag was the first off the plane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think when we're done, I'm going to play some numbers.
Yes, absolutely.
And see what happens.
Let it roll, man.
First bag off the plane. So we are recording this about an hour before kickoff of Monday Night Football doubleheader, Week 7. I'm feeling great because I got my bag.
Yeah.
And I'm like ready to roll.
Gravy.
Okay.
All right.
Now that housekeeping has all been handled, hit it.
That was terrible. That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, Christopher, let's roll. Let's roll here.
Okay, here we go. Let's start in Denver. That was
insane.
That was insane.
Crazy. Honestly, and we thought the Sunday Night Football Week 1 in Buffalo.
Right.
Ravens Bills. I said that was the clubhouse leader for wildest affair of 2025, and it would take something really significant to knock it out of the clubhouse lead for that.
Well, I think
and the Broncos
we got it.
Giants knocked it straight out of the clubhouse, man. That was insane.
We were talking about it on Flagship today. Colleen Wolfe sat in, and I asked her, when did you know that the Giants had lost it?
Oh.
Was it the dumb dart pick where he was thinking he was going to lob it over
the dart pick,
the linebacker,
Sternad picking it off?
Yeah, that was at 26.
Led me believe that this could happen.
Okay.
And then when
I think it was over at that point for me.
When Dart scored with too much time left, I thought that they were going to just like fumfer around a little bit.
Yeah,
they still had one timeout in their pocket. You know what I mean?
I know.
And I thought they were just going to screw around a little bit, take some time off the clock, and then, push Dart in the end zone. But when Dart left too much time on the clock, and then that first throw, was it to Mims? And then the second throw to Sutton. But the first throw to Mims, I'm like, okay, they're doing this. Yeah. Or when the Giants missed the extra point.
Yeah. Either way,
the writing was on the wall.
Denver pulls it out, and there's something special kind of brewing with these cardiac kids. Broncos are going to win the West and win a playoff game.
I'll still call this an overreaction because the Chiefs look like the Chiefs again. Because the Chiefs look really good. Rashee Rice scoring twice off the bat.
We'll get to them.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to them.
But so, yeah, the Chiefs are back as well. But the Broncos winning the manner in which they did can make you feel like there's something special because they've won their first 2 games against the NFC East with fourth quarters for the ages. We thought crazy. We thought that 18-0 fourth quarter in Philadelphia was the high water mark, but really it was just holding the beer of 33 points. Quarter. Right? I mean, it's crazy. They almost doubled the number of points they scored against Philadelphia in that fourth quarter.
It's nuts.
But me calling their game against the Jets, they struggled for 4 quarters.
They did.
And they struggled for 3 quarters against the Giants
and
against the
game.
Eagles as well.
Yeah.
So there's still too much inconsistency for me to just dive in head first.
Okay.
Cannonball triple Lindy my way into this.
I'd buy that.
And agreeing.
I'd buy that.
And plus the Chiefs are sitting there, pal.
Okay.
And the Chargers are going to get healthy. Don't just discount them. They're going to get Joe Alt's coming back. Omarion Hampton's coming back.
They can't stop anybody.
I get it. They can't protect either. Right now they are banged up, but they're going to get healthy and they'll be a team that's battle tested. But right now it does appear to be Denver versus Kansas City for this, and Kansas City just looked really, really freaking good.
Yeah, the Raiders are also not
Denver,
good.
Denver plays Kansas City in Arrowhead on the second to last weekend of the season, and then their first game is coming up in week 11 before their bye.
Okay.
At home. So I'll just call this an overreaction, but what a game. Unbelievable. New clubhouse leader for
Crazy.
Wildest Affair.
Yeah.
And maybe that I've seen in the 22 plus seasons I've been with NFL Network. It's up there.
Yeah,
crazy.
That was wild. That was wild. You know what else, Rich? Oh, man.
else,
you
Chris?
know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And I think it's time to party like we're in the 2000s, because either the Colts or the Pats are going to be the 1 seed in the AFC.
Pats, Chris.
I don't know. How many more weeks are we going to have to do this where you just dismiss them?
Because they're in the teeth of the who have they really beaten.
That is their schedule. Look at their entire
I get
schedule.
what their schedule is, pal.
Are they playing?
The game in Buffalo is a wonderful one to hang your hat on. And now to start beating
like a 12-point buck,
bro. To start beating up opponents that you're supposed to beat up on is another thing to hang your hat on. The thing that you can absolutely hang your hat on is a quarterback as on fire and as Drake May, and he is in the MVP voting right now. And things that you've been pounding the drum on over the last few weeks, I'm beginning to start to soak in a little bit.
Okay.
This is one of them.
All right.
The other one that I think you said either on this podcast or the segment that we do
on Tuesdays,
or it was Thursday this past week.
That's true.
In London, that a running back is going to be in the top 3 of MVP voting, if not top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor is that guy.
McCaffrey too,
and for sure. But Jonathan Taylor is that guy. Okay, this is his Saquon moment. This is him dominating. This is him knowing that we all know he's going to get it, and it doesn't matter. That's the type of running back he is now become in the NFL. And Daniel Jones not making a single mistake and playing remarkable, efficient football, and finding Alec Pierce in this particular. It was an Alec Pierce game in Los Angeles, while Tyler Warren scored a touchdown again.
Yeah.
And Pittman getting his. They could be the 1 seed. You're throwing the Patriots in this mix.
Well,
Don't discount the
1-2.
Bills.
They're 1-2. That's why.
I understand why you're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Colts more than New England, for sure. I'm excited for you. I even texted you the video
and I did enjoy it
of Drake. I saw it, in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Here in London time. And I texted you Drake May, the video of him giving the
game ball
to Vrabel. I just wrote enjoy.
I did several times.
You have every reason to be so pumped up and excited. Certainly, you should beat the crap out of Cleveland at home. Atlanta coming in, I think you can out physical them maybe. You got the Jets twice. You've got Miami again. You're at Baltimore. We'll see if they don't make that run that I think they can. That's in week 16. They could have the U-Haul backed up. You got Buffalo at home for the chance to upset again and sweep them. I mean, it's in the ether.
It's in the ether.
It is, which I have to give you for. But I'll say that this is not an overreaction because I think it's the Colts. So
at Tampa, that's fun. That's a fun one.
That's a good one.
Rich, Micah finally did it. He had a great game, 3 sacks over the weekend. And if Micah Parsons wins Defensive Player of the Year, which he is the betting favorite right now to win such award, indeed.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Micah.
Thank you.
I mean, dude.
If he wins the award, that trade's going to go down as the worst move of Jerry Jones's career.
If he wins Defensive Player of the Year just this year, for it to be the worst move of Jerry Jones's career, he'd have to win the Super Bowl on top of it. I mean, we already saw, Chris, the template for this sort of thing last year. But Saquon Barkley.
But that wasn't a trade.
Having a remarkable season.
Not a trade, though.
I understand that, but the template is go to a rival, which the Packers technically are not division rival.
Not division rival.
But conference rival.
I understand.
Long-standing rival, for sure.
Okay.
Go there. Win a remarkable award because he deserves it based on the absurd stats that he puts up, right? So the template, using the Saquon template, it would be he wins Defensive Player of the Year because Saquon won Offensive Player of the Year.
Correct.
He'd have to have over 20 sacks or join like a 20 sack club, right?
Right. Sure.
Sort of like the 2,000, whatever the sack equivalent of the 2,000 yard club is.
I like that you're talking this out.
And then win it all.
Yeah.
That's the template. Saquon showed us what the template is about making it the worst move of whoever lets it happen's career.
Not a trade. And they just got back draft picks.
I got it.
And especially the position that the team really needs is a edge rusher and a stopper.
So then this is an overreaction.
Okay.
Plus, I think I saw Nick Benito with my own two eyes, dude. I mean, that guy's a monster. I'm surprised. Is that like, Packer bias?
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
It might just be a name to get
Benito should be in this
to get the tickets,
dude.
But yeah. But Micah's a favorite right now.
That one surprises me a little bit, but good for him. I'm glad that he's a favorite. But this is an overreaction. It's not enough. It's what I'm saying.
Not enough. I need to go
not
further.
Enough. Saquon is the template.
Okay.
So
what if I add the other stuff? Would that make it the worst move of Jerry's career?
Then I would agree with you. That would not be an overreaction. Okay. But this is what you've done, and we've got to stick with it.
All right.
So overreaction.
Okay.
What else? Onward here on Overreaction Monday.
It was an ugly game in Cleveland.
Can you tell
I like it.
I'm feeling it right now.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
My
Your
bag was
came out
first out of an international flight. 100 people on my plane.
Probably 300 people on your plane.
Dude. First out.
Did you bribe the
I did no such thing.
Okay, just a second. That was a Michael Jordan.
No such thing.
Rich, the Dolphins are going to have a new head coach and quarterback next year, week 1.
No. Tua is the quarterback. Someone's going to take this job if Mike McDaniel does get fired, and have to deal with Tua.
Why? Why would you want to?
I don't know, but I don't know about you. But we have the drop, right? I don't know about you, but it looks like money because guess what? That's what it's about.
Yeah, but Denver showed us the way. That doesn't matter anymore.
I don't know about you, but that's $57 million that they're on the hook for. So just eat it.
Denver had showed us the way. That doesn't matter anymore. You can just take a guy who you signed, dead cap. See ya.
No,
I think the building.
Tua's still going to be there. This is just I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
That's it.
I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Thank you, sir. That was even twice.
2 times.
I think he made a mistake.
Mikey 2 times.
He's pointing at us like he meant to do it. I don't think he meant to do it. I really don't.
So.
That was an overreaction by your finger.
I don't know about you, but that looks like the bench.
Hey, he did bench him. Put Quinn Ewers in there. Man, poor Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
What's Zach Wilson got to do to get some run?
I don't know. Mike McDaniel did say on Monday that both guys are going to compete for the backup job.
Well, good for him.
Which struck me as who's going to be starting in a couple weeks.
Mike McDaniel's soundbite quote of him saying that when you damage, essentially, I'm paraphrasing, damage the team routinely. I think he did use the word routinely. That he's mandated to evaluate others at the position.
Yeah. He's right.
And Tua was asked after that week 1 in loss in Indianapolis where he had multiple interceptions. Somebody said, when you throw one, it just seems to come in bunches. And he bristled about turning it over in bunches. And that's what he's done pretty much the entire year.
Yeah.
So I don't believe the Dolphins are going to have a new quarterback week 1 next season. They might not have a new head coach, though, unfortunately. So,
yeah, it's
half a proper reaction, half an overreaction. You're like half and half here.
All right. Well, let's see if we can go full Monty here with this one.
What do you got?
The 49ers did it again. Mac Jones is 4-1 as 49ers starting quarterback.
Yeah, he made a $400,000 bonus for his 4th
Good
win
for him.
as a backup. Yes,
deserves
sir.
it.
Yes.
Kyle Shanahan and the Niners, they officially have a quarterback problem.
Okay. Dude. I don't know when Brock Purdy's returning, but guess what's going to happen? He's playing.
Yeah, and what if he doesn't play well when he comes back? Then what?
I don't know. Then you got to sit here and wonder what does that look like? He's as ineffective as Russell Wilson. He's ineffective as he's as damaging as Tua.
Yeah, turning it over. Offense isn't running smoothly enough. They lose. Because Mac Jones is winning 80% of the time right now.
Well, I mean, will Christian McCaffrey be as helpful?
Sure, as
Okay.
it
So
is
then that'll be fine.
now.
Then
but if they're not winning games and it's because of the quarterback, then you got a problem.
No, I'll just say, so what's the problem? That they would bench Purdy and give him all this money? I don't think that's going to happen.
Man.
That's not happening. We'll see what happens when Purdy comes back. By the way, their bye is not until week 14.
Yeah, they have the last possible week.
Last possible bye. So they're going to have to sit around and wait for Purdy to actually get this thing done. And at this point in time, it's a first-class problem. Champagne problem, but this is not a problem. There's no quarterback problem.
You don't think there's any type of controversy here?
0.0. Guess why? They're 5-2.
The guy that Shanahan wanted in the draft and seemingly got overruled is now with your team, and you're 4-1 with them, and there's no problem?
No, because you're 5-2 overall, and your other guy isn't ready to return yet. Sort of like last year. Remember that last year when Justin Fields went 4-2, and then Russ was there, and everyone's asking about what about your quarterback problem? And Tomlin was just like, there isn't one. My other guy's not ready. Yeah. Come to me when he's ready. Purdy's not ready. So right now, all right, guess what? San Francisco at Houston next week. Is that Mac Jones' start? Okay.
Yeah, and like Pittsburgh, you're wondering maybe if they should have stuck with Fields. We might be wondering if they should have stuck with Mac Jones at the end of the season.
Are you wondering that right now?
Yeah, we're playing the result of this season. I'm talking about last year.
We sure are.
Last year watching Russ, you're like, man, they should have stuck with Fields.
I'm just saying, whatever's happening right now with the Jets,
that's a Jets problem.
Where Aaron Glenn is like, I don't know. We'll see who's we got a best chance to win. I just need a win. Is it Tyrod Taylor? Great. It's the same quarterback that the Steelers say you may have him for $20 million a year in New York Jets.
That's an organizational issue.
Overreaction here. What else you have?
Chiefs are the best team in the NFL.
That's your statement?
Yep.
Oh boy. You got me right in the feels right there. You know that.
I just hit you with a 1-2. Bam. They're going to be, you know how many power rankings this week are going to have them number one?
I can't do it in mine.
Oh, you didn't even have them in the top 10 last week.
I didn't because they were 3-3 coming off of a loss against Jacksonville and then they get back on it.
But your eye test told you where they are, and the odds have them number one for Super Bowl.
But now they're healthy and now they're fully constituted. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Simmons, I don't know what is happening with their left tackle.
That is an odd situation.
It is an odd situation that we're all talking about. Hey, finally, this guy's solidified. It's his 11th different starter to be having his blind side since he's come off the campus at Texas Tech. I mean, that's one of the stats I said over and over again in week 1 in Brazil.
Yeah.
Calling that game. But, and now Simmons is out for the last 2 weeks and they've looked terrific. And Rashee Rice is back. And who knows, will they be in the market for a running back to add to that depth? Because right now, I mean, all three of them, this new kid.
Yeah, Brashard Smith.
Wearing Sky Moore's number.
Yeah.
Along with Kareem Hunt to come in for some heft on the goal line in third quarter. Third down.
Yeah.
I know. And then Pacheco doing his thing.
Pacheco looks great.
So they might not need to make a move. Chiefs, the best team in the NFL.
Here's the thing. This is what we talked about on Flagship on Monday. You look, they're 8th, right? They're not even in the playoffs right now. If they started tomorrow, right?
It's just their record.
But they're still the betting favorite. And who above them in the standings in a head-to-head matchup would you pick over Kansas City?
Week 12, Indianapolis.
You're really going to pick Daniel Jones instead of over Patrick Mahomes?
I will not. I will not. But who can do it? Denver. Denver can do it. I mean, if Buffalo comes back and reminds themselves they have a guy named James Cook,
something's off with Buffalo, man.
Well, because they stopped giving the ball to James Cook. That's why.
I don't trust any of their receivers or pass catchers.
He said that all last year, all the way until they made it to the Final Four.
I guess.
There's a difference between they're the best team in the NFL and can they be beaten. I mean, this is an any given Sunday situation.
Sure, of course. I'm just saying.
Oh, man. I'll just call this an overreaction for the moment. Man. I'll just call it an overreaction for the moment, but they're getting there.
I thought you were going to do it.
They'll definitely be on my power rankings this week. Let's put it that way.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I can't believe I'm the one stumping for the Chiefs. Here's the deal. I look at what's going on in Minnesota. The Vikings should be taking way more heat for completely botching their quarterback this year.
How have they botched it? What did they do?
Look at the guys they let leave Why did they do that? Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones, they let walk out the door.
And they have...
For a guy who's played one good quarter of football and Carson Wentz.
The guy who played one good quarter of football was the player of the week and then suffered a high ankle sprain that everybody thinks is
a soft
benching.
It's
just a soft benching because his second week was so brutal. No, I'm just going to say at this point in time, they have not botched it. And we'll see what happens when J.J. McCarthy comes back. You just knew when you were going to hand the reins to a guy who's never done it before, there'd be ups and downs. They knew it.
But they just gave him the keys without any evidence he could drive the car.
Well, it was time for him to drive the car. Just as fact, Xander, my 17-year-old, he may not be ready to drive the car, but it's his time to be ready to drive the car.
But he at least had a learner's permit and passed the test.
That's true.
McCarthy didn't pass any tests.
He got a hell of a learner's permit with Team 144, pal.
By handing the ball off? Come on, Rich.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I watched him pass their way down the field in the Rose Bowl for a win. I watched him pass his way down the field against Washington. But that's college. I get it. This is a grown-ass man's league, and we will see. This is just an overreaction for the moment. Yeah. It's week 7. There's still a ton of time left. They haven't played, they played 6. They're at 500. Season is not over. It's not lost. We'll see what happens when the kid comes back.
They have a playoff team if maybe Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold were still there.
We'll see what happens when J.J. McCarthy comes back. Okay. All right? But for the moment, this is an overreaction, and you knew I was going to say that. How dare you even bring it up? How dare you? What else you got?
Rich, you saw this team on Sunday. They got more first downs than the Jets and Broncos, right? the Rams and Jaguars.
Yeah,
maybe not the Jaguars so much, but the Rams.
The Jaguars had a missed. Listen, I'm again not an all 22 guy, but I've been around enough to know if you're going to miss a field goal and turn it over on downs 4 times and commit 13 accepted penalties, you're going to lose a football game in the NFL.
That all seems bad.
That'll lose you a game.
That all seems bad.
Yeah, that's what happened to the Jaguars in Wembley on Sunday.
Yeah. Bad in a good way is Matthew Stafford, what he's doing right now. This season is going to be Matthew's best of his career.
I do not argue this at all. It already is.
17 tutties, only 2 picks.
How about this one? I thought you could go an extra further one here. This is the season that's putting Matthew Stafford in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, interesting. I like that.
I just one-upped you. I would even say that's not an overreaction. This is the season that's putting Matthew Stafford in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That after this season, there should be not a single naysayer on the planet in regards to his candidacy for enshrinement.
You know, even the year they won the Super Bowl, he had 41 touchdowns, but led the league in interceptions that year with 17. And so, you know, they kind of overcame some stuff down the stretch. But the way he leads the league in passing. He's just a professional thrower of the football. He is throwing dots on every play.
Well, in the broadcast meeting with Davante Adams that we had, Kurt asked him, you know, that this is what he said. I have 7 kids. You know, I always will say I don't have a favorite, but you know, some days I do.
At least Kurt will admit that.
Okay. And so he said, who's the best quarterback you've ever played with?
To Davante Adams.
And Davante goes,
dang, it's like choosing between.
Dude. And so Davante Adams said, that's ridiculous. Okay. His answer was, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you an answer to that.
Sure.
I will just tell you this. Rodgers is the best thrower of the football, the natural thrower, the best arm.
Okay.
Stafford, he said, is the best manipulator of the defense.
Oh, okay.
He said the number of times that his eyes, that he'll manipulate the defense with his eyes, and it's not just the no-look stuff. He will look somebody off of a route and then go to the route where you think he's looking you off of, only to go back to the one that was original. He said he's the king of that.
That's pretty sweet.
And talked to Stafford about this during training camp this year when Stafford was doing nothing but standing around. Like, what would you have done there? He says to Stafford, well, I would have looked here, made you think I was going here, and then I'd go back there. And that's another reason why I'm bringing this up is in August, your Overreaction Monday was like Stafford's toast.
He's not even going to play.
Exactly. And this is what he's done in the first 7 weeks.
Unbelievable.
So that's what, and he's also now number 9 overall in terms of passing all time and touchdowns all time. He's moving up the charts into some rarefied air. Yep. This, I will one-up you here. This is the season in which Matthew Stafford makes the Hall of Fame. Year 17, coming back. His back's supposed to be so bulky, he's not going to play.
He's in an Airstream all summer.
He's been unreal.
He's been unreal.
Correct. So, how's that for my answer
no
to this
Puka,
one?
what, like 12 guys or whatever caught passes on Sunday.
Unreal.
3 tutties for Devontae.
He hit 4 different tight ends, 2 different running backs.
Jeez.
And a whole bunch of other receivers, including
you never ever heard of. Yeah.
2 rookies caught touchdowns.
Yep.
I asked that of Jack Andrade, our researcher in the booth. He's, you know, Jack.
Dynamite.
He's one of my favorites.
Dynamite.
And I'm like, hey man, when was the last time 2 rookies caught touchdown passes in the same game for the Rams? He said, you wrote me back on a card. 5 years ago, Cam Akers and Van Jefferson did it.
Okay.
So this was, wild.
Dang.
And Stafford became the first quarterback in an international series game. This was international series game number 60. This game, Rams-Jaguars, 60 of them now. Became the first quarterback with 5 touchdown passes and no interceptions, beating the guy who had 4 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions in a Mexico City game 3 years ago. And it's the guy who backs him up, Jimmy Garoppolo. Can't make it up. Can't make it up.
Wow.
Full of stats.
Rams look good.
They, the only person who looks better than Matthew Stafford coming back from London. Speak at the bag first.
Do you think Matt's bags come off first?
Definitely not.
No. Oh, wow.
Definitely not.
Wow. I thought
definitely not.
I would have said yes.
Well, he's not. He doesn't collect his bag.
No, that's true.
He probably just shows up in his locker.
And there it is.
Yeah.
just walks off and there's the bag. All right, 2 more.
Yeah.
This team won again on Sunday, Rich. That's 4 in a row for the Chicago Bears.
Yes, sir.
They're going to win the North.
Okay. Overreaction. I don't want to be disrespectful because they have won 4 in a row. They've looked better.
Balling.
They're taking the ball away on defense.
The run game is back.
Correct. DeAndre Swift looks terrific.
Terrific.
He looks like
Loveland's
the Sonic.
Getting involved.
He looks like the Sonic of this thing.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get what Monongai as the
Monongai.
He's trying to get Monongai as the Knuckles.
That's what I'm saying.
He's trying to find his people.
Yeah.
I get it. I see it.
Caleb improving week after
There's
week.
still his former team. There's still the Packers who are 4-1-1 now.
Yeah, but what is up with the Packers?
What does that mean?
I mean,
when are they going to just?
They're not convincing me.
By the way, they haven't been home. Are you aware of that? They started off at home against the Bears, and then they played the Commanders. They've been at Cleveland, at Dallas, a bye, home for Cincinnati, at Arizona. Now they're going to be at Pittsburgh.
They struggled to beat Flacco, who'd been there a week, 2 days.
I get it.
They struggled against Jake Brisket on Sunday. Come on.
Jake Brisket looks great, dude. And I'm wondering if Murray's taking notes. Because, Drew Petzing, the offensive coordinator, has got to be sitting there going, this is what I'm trying to dial up here. So I take more out of it like what's up with Arizona from that game than Green Bay, is that Arizona's moving the football without Kyler Murray. And with running backs 2 and 3, 3 and 4, they're getting some production. As for the Bears, this is still the Lions' division to lose, as far as I'm concerned. You know how I feel about that. And then there's the Packers right behind them.
I like the Lions. I like the Pack, but I'm saying,
let's see the Bears beat the Lions or the Packers first before we can start crowning them in this way. Speaking of an Arizona,
look at you
reference.
Look at you.
You got one more over there?
I got one more.
Okay, buddy.
And I like it. This is a team. They haven't won 4 in a row, but they've won 3 in a row. And I understand they got a quarterback issue this week. We're going to see the Red Rifle this week.
Carolina.
Andy Dalton is back, and I think Falcons aren't blowing my socks off. The Panthers are going to make the playoffs.
That's still too much of an overreaction right now.
4-3 right now.
I know. Certainly, since you think the Bears are going to win the division, it's not because that they're going to knock either the Bears. They're going to be so good that they're going to knock both the Lions and the Packers out of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get multiple teams out of the West. you're not going to get maybe more than one from the South, and it's going to be the Bucs. So
I think the Bucs are in, but I think the Panthers can.
I think the Panthers look good.
Get to 10 wins.
They have been way better at home than the road. Andy Dalton's coming in now, and they
might actually be a
they got
good
the
thing for
Bills
some
coming
of
in
these
off a
receivers.
bye, pal, and then they're at Green Bay. Let's talk to me in Week 10.
Okay,
talk to me in Week 10 about this before I believe any of it at this point in time. But they've won 4 out of 5. They have reason to feel good about themselves. They're above 500 going into Week 8. Few people saw that one. And I don't want to rain on that parade.
I mean, Rico Dowdle's come alive.
One at a time, pal.
Okay.
One at a time. Making the playoffs right now, overreaction. Overreaction. All right, brother. Thanks for staying late.
Good to see you. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
We're back.
Let's get after tomorrow.
Let's get after. I have no choice.
We got a huge, we were talking about this on the Monday show. Great sports night Monday night with a doubleheader, a true doubleheader, 7 Eastern, 10 Eastern. And we got a game 7.
Game 7 between the Blue Jays and the Mariners while Del Tufo's Dodgers wait.
Also, so people in the comments were pointing out that I did we were talking about the what's more likely, the one more of the Dodgers sweep or it goes 7. Both ended up happening. And I made an offhand comment of like, Ohtani overrated. You know,
by the way, you're like, what's he done yet?
And then he
in the playoffs? Almost 3 times and strikes out 10.
Literally like 4 hours
that
later,
night,
he has the greatest.
That aged poorly.
The greatest performance in Major League Baseball postseason history.
And you're like, what's he really done?
Hey,
you know what? You lit the fire.
He listened to the pod and I inspired him. So thank you. Ohtani, you're welcome.
I think you should take credit.
Thank you.
That's not an overreaction either. Well done. Well done. I'm back. I'll be on the Rich Eisen Show back on Tuesday, rest of the week. I'm not going anywhere. I'm back from London. Thank you, Christopher. Good stuff right here.
Great job by you this weekend.
You got
Rich.
it for Chris. I'm Rich. Peace out. Thanks for taking Overreaction Monday into your ears or eyes. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.